Yes, sir. What's poppin' with y'all, man? Welcome back to another motherfucking episode of the Thin Line Between Genius and Insanity podcast, hosted by yours truly, OG. Nah, man, you know I give it up, man. Spin the block for them fuck niggas in the back hating on your boy. Let them know I am the flyest, highest, coolest, smoothest host of them all. OG! Hatch, you know what the fuck it is, man. What's up with y'all, man? How the fuck is you doing? Hopefully out there looking good, feeling good. Staying safe. You know, there's a whole lot of shit going on in these streets, man. I tell you that each and every motherfucking episode. I want to shout out to everybody around the world. You know what I'm saying? That's tapped in, enjoying the conversation. I truly appreciate all the love and support. Let's keep building this empire brick by brick. I tell you that each and every episode because I truly motherfucking mean it. I truly mean it, man. I want to shout out to everybody that's tapped in watching on YouTube at OGHatchTV. Go ahead and ring that bell, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Everybody's tapped in on Audio Mag, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor. Leave a review. What the fuck is up? Shout out to my first time listeners type shit, my day ones in this bitch. Shout out to all y'all, man. I'm in a very motherfucking good mood. You know, I feel like a lot has happened, but at the same time, a lot hasn't happened because I feel like I just recorded and the Super Bowl just went by and all that good shit. I do want to get into that before I do that. I do want to shout out to everybody once again all around the world. Let's keep building empire brick by motherfucking brick. I want to shout out to everybody that's been tapped into last week's episode. That was a very good response to last week's episodes. You never really know when you're doing this content creative shit, man. The episode, the numbers spike up and down. You never truly know which one's going to go. And last week was one of those ones that really, surprised me. As far as, I'm saying, as much people listen to it, much people tapped in, and much people tapped in with me and told me what they like about the episode and stuff like that. It was interesting because me personally, I didn't think I really covered much. Every time I feel like I got an episode that's less than an hour, I kind of feel like, I kind of achieved the folks type shit, but I always want to pull it out because you never truly know. You never know what motherfuckers going to like. So I'm happy to see last episode turned out like that. But it's a lot I want to get on to in this week's episode, man. I want to get to a lot on this episode, man. It's a lot of shit that went down. As of course I got to get into the Super Bowl recap. I'm out here in Phoenix, around the corner from where the game went down. I predicted the motherfucking outcome. Chiefs won by 3. They beat the motherfucking Philadelphia Eagles. Patty Mahomes put on one of those GOAT, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James type performance. That nigga went crazy. His numbers didn't really look like it. You look at the passing yardage, but to think that nigga scored 31 points offensively, in 24 minutes of game time, that's fucking crazy, bro. So Patty Mahomes did his motherfucking me thing. The Kansas City Chiefs are now Super Bowl champions of the season. Give a round of applause for them, please. Is it this one? There we go. They gotta start labeling this shit, man. But I gotta start labeling my goddamn soundboard, man. Cause that shit, I didn't thought to impress something else. But shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. They won me a little bit of paper on that. I always got a special place in my heart for Kansas City, just because I went to school up in St. Joseph, basically in Kansas City, Missouri. I've always had a special place for them niggas, man. That nigga Patty Mahomes is literally the greatest I've ever seen, bro. He's the best quarterback I've ever seen with my eyes, bro. That nigga's amazing. And to think we got at least another 10 years of this. At least another 10 years of this. Could be 15, but I'm sure to say 10 years. Out here in AZ, man, a lot of festivities went down, man. A lot of celebrities was out here. One thing I noticed about the Super Bowl being out here, with all these rappers out here, bro, you had Future, Lil Durk, Nardo, Wick, you had everybody was out here, my nigga. Like, you just had LeBron was at the game type shit. Everybody was out here in motherfucking Arizona and Phoenix primarily, my nigga. You niggas is groupies. Like, I always thought niggas was groupies for niggas. Like, if you would have seen how niggas was flocking to every area Future was supposed to be at, the shit was damn near disgusting. Like, I would never understand how niggas could do that for other men. Like, you would think niggas would do that for, the bad bitches, who was out here? Ruby Rose was out here and shit like that. Like, you would think niggas be trying to, lick they sweat type shit. Some drink they bath water type. What did Kevin Durant say about Scarlett Johansson? He'd drink her bath water or some shit like that. You would think niggas would be like that for the females. Bro, it truly was a sight to see. These niggas were straight groupies for Future and Lil Durk. These niggas was hoping 21 Savage pulled up. Do you know what happened when Drake hit the stage? Them wasn't just women screaming for Drake, my nigga. Like, them was men. Them was grown men. Them was grown-ass men screaming for Drake. Like, it's crazy when you truly see the power of stardom, the power of, you know what I'm saying, fandom type shit. Like, niggas forgot they was niggas when these rappers came out here, bro. Like, niggas was truly flocking to everywhere these niggas was. And I get it, you know what I'm saying, but I could never be that type of nigga. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a Devin Booker ass nigga. Like, Devin Booker sent out a tweet like, yo, get out my city. Like, I loved it more when it was way more quieter. Like, it was way too much going on in the city, bro. Way too much going on in Phoenix. But like I said, you had the Super Bowl, you know, so you had every motherfucking rapper, every celebrity, every influencer, and their grandma was out here. You know what I'm saying? You had the Phoenix Waste Management shit. So not only do you got the football shit and the ratchet shit with hip hop, you got the Phoenix Waste Management shit with business ventures and Nick vendors and, you know what I'm saying, the golf motherfuckers. All them people was out there doing that. The fundraisers, the TV people. Like, all them niggas got the Phoenix Waste Management shit. So, like, the city was just too live. Like, it was too much going on type shit. But it was nice for the city to take place. It was nice for it to take place in the city, man, just because I feel like this was probably like the first time in a long time like the city felt like the city type shit. Like, don't get me wrong, niggas, Phoenix always been lit. Even throughout the pandemic, niggas were still going out and kicking it and shit. Phoenix always was doing that. But it felt like things was kind of tampered down a little bit with the whole pandemic shit. And I feel like this was the first time in a long time to, like, everybody was trying to get into some shit. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Chiefs who won't hold it down. Shout out to the NFL. Shout out to Phoenix Waste Management. Shout out to all the motherfucking celebrities that came out and kicked it, man. Every video I seen looked amazing. Of course, I wasn't stepping foot in the motherfucking place, bro. I can't do that shit, bro. There's way too many people in way too many small places, bro. So shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the city of Phoenix for holding it down, bro. It was a great month for me weekend all around, bro. I had a great fucking time. You know, now we get past that. Now we past that. You know, it's something I've noticed on social media, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember I came on this podcast and I told you about how Black people give a fuck more about hairstyles than they do about land. They want credit for that shit and they want credit for anything else. You know, and one thing I've always seen, you know, we call white people culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? Especially primarily women, white women who get the pixie braids. You know what I'm saying? A white dude with locks. You know what I'm saying? We call them niggas culture vultures. We can't stand when they incorporate themselves with our type of hairstyle. When they try to come into our culture, you know what I'm saying? We still form them niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I've done it before, but as I get older, I find the stupidity in that. I just find the, you know what I'm saying, the lack of common sense in that. I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, take credit and own other shit than hairstyles, but I get it that a lot of people have a lot more, you know what I'm saying, growing to do. But the one thing I've noticed these last couple of weeks type shit, you know, I've seen the trend of berating the white women with the pixie braids and micro braids and the locks and shit like that. I've seen that kind of die down. And I was wondering why that took place. I gotta call Black women hypocrites because I'm seeing a new trend, a new hairstyle taking place right now. And it's Black women with mullets. Now.
Wow.
Now. I gotta say this. Because I've seen a Black woman literally go to a hair salon and cut off her natural hair to get hair installed and implanted in her fucking hair like wigs and weaves and shit to make a mullet. So I'm sitting back and I'm seeing all the Black women putting the hard eyes like, ooh, I gotta try this shit. Or, oh yeah, girl, yeah, all that bullshit, right? And granted, I never truly give a fuck about what hairstyle people get as long as it looks good type shit. If you can rock it, you can rock it. But I have to call hypocrisy because when a white woman goes and gets some goddamn pixie braids for some odd fucking reason, I don't even think pixie braids is an it thing. I'm a grown ass man. I can't see myself talking to a bitch with pixie braids. That just screams CVS cashier. I'm sorry. That just screams CVS cashier, you know what I'm saying? Paper or plastic type shit. Like I'm you know what I mean? I ain't a rich nigga. I ain't balling by no means, but come on, bitch, what you talking about? But if a white woman goes and gets our type of hairstyle, it's uproar. So what the fuck do y'all call yourselves doing getting mullets? That's not no black shit. Let me repeat. That is not no black shit. Now, don't get me wrong. Did I see Cardi B when she had the shit? Cool. Cardi B not black though. But does she look good? Absolutely. I'm seeing women look good with these mullets. Don't get it twisted. Don't get me confused with nobody. You motherfuckers is looking good. But that ain't your style. That ain't your hairstyle. That ain't black culture. If it ain't black culture, then whose culture is it? And is you a vulture? Is you stealing some culture, motherfucker? Like, we have to be honest with ourselves when we're discussing these things. Because that's cap. That's hypocrisy. That's fake news. That's fake uproar when y'all call yourself trying to do that to a white girl wearing some goddamn Ugg boots and you know what I'm saying? She's showing some hip hop flavor. If a white girl is showing a tad bit, a sprinkle, and she listened to Megan Thee Stallion, y'all calling her culture vulture. But y'all not saying shit to y'all best friend, y'all homegirl that's running around getting mullets. This is a mullet, fuck. Like, fam, this is a mullet. In my 27 years of existence, I've always incorporated the mullet, symbolized that with Billy Ray Cyrus. I'm gonna be honest with you. like, that's the only nigga I've ever envisioned a mullet. I've never envisioned a mullet on R. Kelly, Ray J, Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, you know what I'm saying, Sade, you know what I'm saying, Aaliyah, Alicia Keys, you know, Ashanti, Beyonce. I've never incorporated, you know what I'm saying, visualized a mullet or thought of a mullet when I had these black people in my mind. Only time and the only person that's ever came in place when I thought of a mullet was fucking Billy Ray Cyrus and fucking Joe Dirt. White men, Caucasian, caucus. Pink toes, nigga, pink toes. Do you hear me? Pink motherfucking toes. So I just find it funny, man. It's hypocrisy. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's fake uproar. And I'm tired of seeing this shit. I don't get mad when I see a white dude with fucking locks, nigga. That shit look funny to me, nigga. I smirk at that shit. I don't think them niggas is culture vultures. I don't want to beat their ass. I don't want to get their page hacked. I don't want them in the Facebook jail. So, you know, I don't get mad at that shit. But I do get mad at seeing black women cut off their natural hair to go get a fucking mullet. Like, that's wild to me. You cutting off your natural hair to go get some weaving style to get some a mullet? Not even to get some more black shit. You went and got some white shit and said, hey. You know what I'm saying? You on some little baby shit. It's your first time coming to my house. You on some shit like that. Like, it's bullshit. I'm tired of the I don't even want to know. Can you call that double standard? I don't know what the fuck you can call it. I'm just tired of hypocrisy, bro. I'm tired of the bullshit. Real talk. Moving on. You know, I want to get into the dating pool, man. You know, somebody asked me, what was this, a couple of days ago? Somebody asked me, was like, Hatch, bro, how do you get by in the dating pool in 2023? And I was a little stumped. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, dating pool? Who the fuck does this nigga think I am? Hick? This nigga think I'm hitching some shit? This nigga think I'm hitching this motherfucker? Like, what the fuck is he talking about, man? What does this nigga think I am? But I had to sit back and really give my honest answer, because I'm like, you know, in all honesty, bro, when it comes to dating, I can't really say I'm a dater. I said on this podcast before, bro, I've never truly had to date. And don't get me wrong, I've also been raised up on the quote of, if a nigga feel like he too cool to take you out, then leave that nigga. So I never tried to be too cool to be, you know, take a woman out. But I've truly been in some of those. I've been in relationships to where it's just been like a sexual thing type shit. Like, if it's just a sexual thing, I'm not taking you out, fam. What the fuck we going on for? We way past that. If we fucking, if we just fucking, and not really communicating like that, like I'm not gonna be hitting you up trying to take you out, spend money on you. That's just not how the game goes, bitch. Bills is bills, but I gotta eat. I got a dog. But I ain't for just wasting no money on the bitch I'm already fucking when I don't have to take no money out on. That's just how I was. But I had to tell him, I said, look, man, you know, the dating pool right now got piss in it. Because the dating pool right now isn't based off the things that it was based upon when we was growing up. And it's taking time for a lot of us to adjust, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us is easily adjusted to, you know what I'm saying, not communicating and, you know what I'm saying, not building solid foundations. And don't get me wrong, like, I don't want to come across as I've always been the person who's had solid foundations and been great at communication with women. That's never been the case. Like, if you really ask any woman that's ever really dealt with me, they'll probably say my communication skills was horrible. That it took hell for me to let them in, let my wall down type shit. Like, you'll hear these comments coming back if you ask them about them. If you go get your hatch facts, those will be things that said. But the thing about today's dating pool is those aren't even things that's being attempted anymore. And that's where I kind of fall out of the loop. And nowadays, the communication level in today's relationships is piss poor. Like, I can't. It's hard to truly find a woman that can hold a good conversation. And don't get me wrong. Like, a lot of times, niggas, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to clap some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fuck. But there is something to a great conversation. There is something to having something to, you know, when you're talking to somebody, and then when the conversation's over, and you know, so you leave away from that person, you know, God damn it, I should have said this. And then you hold on to that thought until you see that person again. There's something to that. But those things don't happen like that anymore. Like, if you come across that person, you're lucky. You hold on to those people because they come very fucking few. They're rare nowadays. So the communication in the dating pool is fucking horrible. And for a person like me who's been mediocre at best when it comes to communication and letting my wall down and, you know what I'm saying, building solid foundations with women, as someone who's been mediocre at that, I still enjoy the process of trying. And now that in today's dating, that those things are important, I can't really call myself a dater. I can't say I'm actively dating. I can't say I'm doing these things because the shit I'm interested in or the shit that I hold as key valuables aren't key valuables anymore. So it's like a nigga like me. I'm still trying to post up, and these niggas is shooting threes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to play some Paul Pierce mid-range shit, and these niggas is shooting threes. Like, I'm like on some DeMar DeRozan shit. I'm barely holding on. I'm barely holding on, my nigga. So I had to be honest with him. Like, yo, man, I'm not really active in dating. But I did say this. I said the thing about dating is that you have to date as much as you can. Because the longer you out the game, the harder it's going to be to get back in the game. Now, some niggas like myself, if you got it, you got it. And you can make a motherfucker laugh, you good. And I can make people laugh because I'm going to make myself laugh regardless. If you don't even laugh, I'm just going to be laughing in your face type shit. So you better chuckle right with me, motherfucker. But it's the longer you're out the game, the harder it is to get back in. So I tell people all the time, man, you gotta actively date, or you gotta actively meet new people, or you gotta actively, you know what I'm saying, have relations to keep your PG type shit. Because the more you out there, you are active, the more you are, you know what I'm saying, meeting new people or getting to know people, you know what I'm saying, more and more each time you meet them. It just I don't want to use the word experience, but it just gives you a better outlook on life, a better outlook on people and relationships, period. So, but today's dating pool is just shit, bro. It truly is shit. And I be seeing motherfuckers posting they pics with they, you know, so they loved ones, and it'd be so cute type shit. Yeah, I say cute. It'd be cute. And the reason why I say cute is because that shit's rare. That shit is so rare nowadays But have you ever just thought about how many motherfuckers is with it's with somebody they was with in high school? Have you ever thought about that? But I feel like when I was growing up, that wasn't common. You heard about that, but that was few and far in between when you seen the high school sweetheart, you know what I'm saying, shit play out. I feel like that shit is way more common now. I feel like almost all my homeboys or niggas I even call my homeboys or niggas I wouldn't even get mad at calling me their homeboy. I feel like all these niggas got a baby or they with, you know what I'm saying, the chick they was fucking with in high school. And I had to think like, yeah, if I was back in St. Louis, bro, I probably would have been fucking with the chick I was fucking in high school. One of them. You know what I'm saying? Player ass nigga like me. But if you pay attention to that, I kind of tend that to the dating pool being so shit. Like, of course, you know what I'm saying, you want to believe that it's all true love. But also, you hear more and more in today's climate that motherfuckers don't like meeting new people. It's hard meeting new people. We all kind of are sticking to the person that we grew comfortable with, you know what I'm saying, when we was a kid type shit. We all, you know, like with me, period, I moved to Phoenix, Arizona, and I still got a hard time letting go of the women that I first started fucking when I moved out here. That's why I say I got like 7-8 year relationships with these women. That's how long I've been out here in AZ, my nigga. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you peep game, everybody's kind of sticking to who they met early on. Everybody's realizing the dating pool is just shit now. Like, motherfuckers, everybody's in a one night stand situation. Everybody got a friends with benefits type situation. Everybody goes through that phase before they even get serious. So a lot of times shit fizzles out before they even have a chance to get serious because, bitch, I done already knocked your fucking block off 30 fucking times now. The pussy ain't getting no better. Like, I'm cool. I can move on type shit. So it's like so many steps that's being skipped now that motherfuckers rather just stick through the same bullshit with somebody they've known, you know what I'm saying, for some time type shit. So that's just my take on it, honestly. That's just my take. Because the dating pool in 2023 is ass-matted. Women can't hold a conversation to save their motherfucking life. Everything is period this, period that. You know what I'm saying? It was hot girl summer for a minute. That shit was so played out, but everything, there's no valuable conversations anymore. It's all about fucking these big booty hoes, man, honestly. That's all it's truly motherfucking about, bro. Real talk. Moving on. You know, I want to get into, you know, someone who I think we really need to give a lot more credit to. We need to show a lot more appreciation for. I had a segment on here, To Whom Deserves Flowers. So you can kind of tie this in with that as well. But I want to talk about somebody who's a national treasure. You know, growing up and seeing quote unquote hood niggas, you know what I'm saying, raise their kids and then their kids turn to hood niggas. I always had a problem with that. Because I always felt like, if you was a hood nigga and your kids turned to a hood nigga, you didn't do your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like that. Like, I got a uncle, you know what I'm saying, who's a hood nigga. Sons, hood niggas. Sons is getting shot. One of them dead. Like, at a certain point in time, as much as I love you, my nigga, you didn't do your job. This is the facts. So I have to take the time and give credit to a nigga who I think is a national treasure. And I want to send my appreciation to Patrick Mahomes Sr. The reason why I bring Patrick Mahomes Sr. into this conversation is because if you look at Patrick Mahomes and you look at Patrick Mahomes' brother, and the way they act, not the way they look, the way they act, they don't act like niggas. And when I say niggas, I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying, just the street niggas. I'm talking about niggas, me, nigga, a black person, nigga, a hip-hop, hip-hop, no sky, a black person, nigga, that type of black person. They don't act like us. Look at my skin. They don't act like us. And maybe Patrick Mahomes does. Maybe it's an act, so for the cameras. He's a quarterback, so he got to live it up. He's black at the end of the day, so he got to live it up to a certain extent. But I don't believe it. I believe that's Patrick Mahomes. Not saying he's a cornball ass nigga, but he's not. He's not the nigga I would kick it with. But look at Patrick Mahomes Sr. That's a nigga. Everything about Patrick Mahomes Sr. says he's a nigga. That nigga's on the sideline telling me we smoking Philly blunts tonight. It's that Burrow pack. Even the way he pronounces words, the way he walk, the way he talk, that's a nigga. And it amazes me to see that his sons are like that. Now, a lot of niggas will probably look at like, yeah, them niggas is corny, B. Like Patrick Mahomes' brother, old Tik Tok ass nigga. Them niggas is corny, bro. Them niggas ain't shit, man. Them niggas is cornball ass niggas. That's how you want the game to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want your kids to do the same shit you was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we look at LeVar Ball and we pump up LeVar Ball. Because LeVar Ball was on TV. LeVar Ball was, putting the lights on him. Patrick Mahomes Sr. didn't do that. That nigga played baseball. He got his son being the best quarterback we've ever seen. Being one of the best professional, one of the best professional athletes, out there today. And that's a nigga that did that. So we have to salute that, but we have to make sure we highlight that. Like, yeah, this is a great quarterback, a great black quarterback. But damn it, look at the job his dad did. I remember I had put something like this on Facebook, on social media, and motherfuckers was like, he mixed. And I didn't respond to it because I really didn't like that they was trying to highlight the fact that he was mixed. Like, obviously, I know that Patrick Mahomes is mixed, but I'm not crediting him being mixed to him acting like that. I'm not. I won't. I refuse to do that because to me, that's stripping away the work that I'm crediting to Patrick Mahomes Sr. Now, I am saying this not knowing what the fuck the relationship was like. I don't know how active of a dad he was. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I know I see Patrick Mahomes hugging and crying at niggas' shoulders and shit, after games. I know I see that nigga at games lighting big ass cigars and shit. I know I see that much. So it's like we gotta salute that shit, bro. Because that type of shit get lost, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit get lost in the sauce. Niggas gonna act like, yeah, nigga, you see Patrick Mahomes, daddy Philly blunts, and just laugh at the shit and see the humor in it. You know what I'm saying? And feel the love and like, damn, I wish that was my pops. But we gotta take it to another level and identify the simple fact that, yo, that's Patrick Mahomes' daddy, my nigga. I don't think nobody in the fucking world would have thought that's how that nigga Patrick Mahomes' dad act. Nobody. No, I would have thought he would have been a cornball ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. The way that nigga Patrick Mahomes sound, he don't sound like he been listening to a real nigga his whole life. He just don't. But he has. He fucking has, bro. And that's the way you gotta do this shit, bro. That's truly the way you gotta do this shit, bro. You want your kids to grow up, you know what I'm saying, way different than you did. If you grew up hard, you want your kids to grow up soft type shit. That's the way it's supposed to go. You can't be a street nigga and raise street niggas and think you did a good job. You can't. You did just enough to get by, my friend. And we've all seen how that shit plays out for a lot of us. Not good. Not fucking good at all. Moving on, man. I want to get into me finding motivation, man. I'm one of those people, man, that I get bored fast, bro. I get bored fast. I lose interest fast in a lot of things. That's why it takes me a long time to even start new ventures because I have to make sure that I actually want to do it. Like, nigga, you can't stop. Nothing's going to stop me from doing this podcast because I know I truly want to do it. I don't even give a fuck what the numbers are. I just want to do it. Nigga, when I first started the podcast, I said, nigga, if I ain't got such and such, you know what I'm saying, goals hit by I hit 100 episodes, I was gonna quit doing the podcast. Nigga, I can't even see myself stopping doing the podcast. I was thinking too fucking me narrow-minded, bro. I took a 10-year, you know what I'm saying, 10-year, 20-year goal, a career path, and tried to minimize it to 2. Cause I didn't know what the fuck I was getting myself into. But now that I'm into this shit, you know what I'm saying, I love it. But with everything else, bro, I need to find motivation. You know what I'm saying? I truly motherfucking do. And a nigga like myself, you know, I still have those moments where the little kid in me comes out to where, you know what I'm saying, I look at the rappers, I look at their chains, you know, so I look at the music videos. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do with Instagram as much. Because to me, I feel like Instagram is a bunch of filters and a bunch of bullshit. Like, I feel like I can actively do that my damn self. But when I see the music videos, you know what I'm saying? I see niggas ice the fuck out. The little kid in me comes out. And that's when I start to feel inspired. You know, I'm like, damn, I want to live like that. Damn, I want that chain. Damn, like West Side Gun. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, West Side Gun, we got the same birthday. West Side Gun from Griselda. Nigga be iced the fuck out, B. And I'd be like, damn, bro, like, I want to be like that. I want to be iced the fuck out like that. So the little kid still comes out of me. Yeah, I know I'm a grown-ass man. I'm looking at other grown-ass men. But instead of being a hating-ass nigga saying, nigga, clip up, nigga, let me mask up, and let me go take that nigga shit and take him away from his family, I get inspired by the shit. That make me want to come in here and just press record on a late night. I ain't got shit to say, but something gonna come up. Come on. That shit make me want to go even harder, fam. That shit inspires me. That's the type of nigga I am. And hopefully that's the type of niggas that y'all is. But the one thing that also I find a lot of motivation in, I find a lot of motivation in ugly women.
Wow.
Hear me out. I find a lot of my motivation in ugly women who are very successful. And first of all, let me say this. When I say ugly, one thing that's for sure, there's someone for everyone. And what I deem ugly, another person deems beautiful. There's someone watching this right now who thinks I'm an ugly motherfucker. They smoking crack, but they think I'm an ugly motherfucker. And that's okay. I can fuck their mama. No, it's all right, let me back on topic. But I find motivation in ugly women who are very successful because I know how hard it is for them. And I don't want to take shots at the beautiful women, you know what I'm saying, the beautiful faced women, the beautifully built women. I'm not taking shots at them. But I'm not a fucking dumbass. I've seen it firsthand in corporate America. That's really where it turned my eyes onto it. To where I've seen beautiful women get by for being beautiful. Now, of course, they got to put some in the work and they have to be at least qualified in some instances. We know instances where they don't. But we've seen it to where they have to at least be qualified. They may get the, you know, the nudge above other motherfuckers. But that doesn't happen for ugly women. Ugly women have to work hard. They're women. They're not attractive, so they're not getting the nod over motherfuckers. And they have to be looked at less than the men in the workplace. I've seen it in corporate America, bro. So when I see a woman who's not that attractive or who don't really got the assets that motherfuckers is looking for, and they still make it, that shit inspires me. Because I know that person just had to fight for their motherfucking life. What that nigga Travis Kelce saying, you gotta fight for your right to party. These bitches gotta fight. Like, they gotta fight. They going against the grain type shit. So I find so much motivation when I see, and I'm so inspired when I see ugly women who are just successful as a motherfucker. It truly is. It's fascinating to see. Because I know some women who are drop dead gorgeous who are dumb as fuck. But they getting by. Because at the end of the day, they can show some cleavage. At the end of the day, they can drop a pencil and pick that motherfucker up in front of you. You're going to sign your name on a dotted line, motherfucker. Trust me, I've seen it. I've seen it. When they do the one cheek movement at one time, I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes, bro. So I find hella motivation in ugly women, man. Shout out to the ugly women. Round of applause. I ain't gonna lie to you, and the ugly ones be the freakiest one. You know what? Nice cap. I lied. I lied. It's something about a bad bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? She don't even gotta be that freaky, but she just do the whole the bare minimum type shit. Her looks gonna like amplify all that shit. Like, I was thinking the other day when I seen Beyonce post a picture, right? And it's hella off topic. I seen Beyonce post a picture, and she was sticking her tongue out, right? I was like, damn. Like, y'all niggas think Beyonce's take facials? You think she swallow and spit that motherfucker? Like, what you truly think Beyonce is doing? And the only reason why I think I'm like, Beyonce is like the baddest bitch. Like, I'm not even call Beyonce a bitch. I don't think I've ever called Beyonce a bitch, bro. That's crazy. I've never called Beyonce a bitch, and I refuse to. I honestly feel like Beyonce is like the most beautiful woman in the world. I remember I lied to a chick one time. I was like, "You the most beautiful woman I've ever seen." And I was lying like a motherfucker. Bitch, Beyonce knows. I don't even call her Carter. Beyonce knows is the most beautiful woman that's ever walked this earth. And I still want to know. Like Jay-Z he got to put that in a verse before he passed away. Like, he needs to let the streets know. Bro, does Beyonce take it on the face? Like, does she? Like, nigga, is it truly Rock Nation in that motherfucker? Like, could let a nigga know. Like, I need to know. Like, cause I feel like even if she just take a little bit, like her being so fine, that'll like blow a nigga mind. That'd be like the best thing ever. I don't know, man. I don't know. She's from Houston, man, so I know she still got that real nigga in her. You know what I'm saying? She from Houston, so I don't think she no circle, no square ass motherfucker. So I gotta know, man. Jay-Z gotta let me know on the low or something. Hit the DM, nigga. right into the podcast or something, nigga. Real talk. Moving on, man. You know, I got a question for all the friends of the show. Everybody that's tapped into the conversation. Is all cheating the same? You know, I came across this article about this Wisconsin man who was arrested for double murder. And for the people watching on YouTube at OGHatchTV, once again, ring that bell, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. You can see on the screen I got Wisconsin man arrested for double murder. And the reason why I say it's all cheating the same is because this Wisconsin man, as you can see on the screen, if people listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, etc., double murder, cheating. Those are words that when you hear that as a man, you automatically think a nigga walked in on this girl just getting like, I'm talking about like, like just those guts, that pussy was just getting stabbed, my nigga, like Scream, like in like Scream the movie, like just stabbing motherfuckers the fuck out. It's just shit everywhere. Like it's just juices everywhere, my nigga. Like, that's what I think of when I think of like, you know what I'm saying? When I think of a nigga walking in and his chick getting fucked, and it's a double murder that took place. Yeah, he seen her doing some shit for that nigga that he ain't never seen her do. Like, he walked in on her catching a nut on her tongue type shit. That's what I think. That's my mind type shit. I know, I'm sorry. But this Wisconsin man walked in on his woman cheating on him and having sex with another woman. And I got on the screen, and the question for everybody that's tapped in is all cheating the same? Because I've never, look, I don't know what it is about me. I attract, and look, maybe it's just because women nowadays are just, they fuck both women and dudes. Like, it's hard to find a woman who doesn't fuck with other women. Like, it's hard to find that nowadays, I'm gonna be honest with you. But I can honestly say, bro, I think I only attract women who fuck women too. Like, all the women in my life, probably in the last like 8 years, probably like 2 of them aren't attracted to women, and they're up in age. They're like in their mid-30s type shit. So they're coming from a different, you know, so they childhood was a little bit different. It was a little bit more stricter type shit. 7, 8 years go by, you in my age group, you know what I'm saying? These bitches is tough kissing their best friends. I seen this shit in elementary school, you know what I'm saying? So, but I attract women that every woman who I've pretty much ever talked to recently, they fuck with girls too. And it's to a point where I kind of want to take a step back from that type shit, just because them bitches don't be clean. Like, I'm be honest, like, those, like, look, I don't even want to say too much on it. With that situation, those relationships don't be the cleanest, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers be sharing toys and not cleaning them type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some wild shit when you truly dive into the relationships of women fucking women and then try to come fuck the nigga. That's kind of how I got clapped up type shit. Like, these bitches are sharing toys and not cleaning them. So they say. You know what I'm saying? So that's the story they ran with type shit. But is all cheating the same? Absolutely. As much as I believe all cheating is the same, it's hard for me to believe I can walk into a room and see 2 wet pussies and go get the gun. I'm be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. As mad as I can be, I don't think if me, OG Hatch, Deontay, I don't think if me, the nigga that's on your screen right now, the nigga that you've been listening to for 122 motherfucking episodes, I do not believe, as angry as I am, as anger management, as mood swing I am, I don't believe I can walk into a room from a long, hard days of work and see 2 wet, creamy, sloppy, you know what I'm saying, super wet, you know what I'm saying, vaginas, and say, oh, hell no. Where's my gun? I can't. I'm not even saying I can't even say I'm going to join in. But I know every nigga's like, nigga, I'm going to try to join into that shit. I can't even be like, that'll be my initial thought. Because at the end of the day, if you're getting cheated on, I believe it's all cheating is the same. So I would be offended type shit. But I don't know how long that would last if I'm looking at 2 sets of titties, 2 vaginas, and 2 asses. And knowing me, it's 2 fat asses. Like, I don't know how mad I'll be. Because at a certain point in time, my dick gonna start poking out my pants. It's just, I know who I am. I know who the fuck I am. So for this nigga to go see that and say, nah, fuck that, and when they got the gun and killed both these women, that was a mad nigga, B. That was a mad ass nigga. Now, I don't know how this situation is going to pan out, bitch, because I do remember always hearing that, like, if a man comes home and he sees his woman having sex and he kills the man, it's a crime of passion. I've seen that. Like, you can get off on that because that's mentally taking you to another place that I think everybody in the world can understand. But I think it's different when you kill 2 women. Like, niggas gonna look at that different. Me personally, I try not to, but even saying it, it's so wild that I don't know if a nigga can get off. Like, you killed 2 women? Like, at no point did you go grab a condom? Like, why you didn't have your condoms next to your gun? That's the problem with these niggas in 2023. Like, you supposed to have your protection all in one area, you know what I'm saying? If this nigga had his gun and his condoms right next to each other, after he just saw 2 wet vaginas, 2 fat asses, 2 sets of titties, 2 mouths, you know what I'm saying? After he just saw all that, and he walked in his room and seen his pistol and seen his box of condoms right next to each other, there's no way he would have grabbed those condoms. There's no way. But that's these Wisconsin niggas, bro. The older I get, the more I'm starting to realize Wisconsin is a dangerous fucking state. Milwaukee is way grimier than I thought it was. But you got the Kenosha's, you got all this shit be happening, all this horrible, tragic shit. Like Wisconsin, man, they known for way more than some fucking cheese. I tell you that motherfucker much. Them niggas is getting shit popping down there in Wisconsin, up there in Wisconsin, wherever the fuck is that. Wisconsin is fucking crazy, man. But I seen motherfuckers on social media saying free this nigga, so I'm conflicted. I truly am conflicted. But I think it is wild that you killed 2 women after seeing them fucking. Like that's like what was they doing wrong? Like how did it look? Like how did it look? Like it makes me think of so many questions. Like what the fuck did this nigga see that he just didn't automatically think of sex? Like niggas is crazy. Niggas is crazy. Maybe that's just me, man. I don't know. Moving on, man. Excuse me. Score update is 108-112. Philadelphia 76ers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Philadelphia was blowing these niggas out, but I don't know what. I always say, bro, if basketball is a game of runs. There's 41 seconds left. James Harden at the free throw line. He just cashed that motherfucker. Look like Philadelphia can go ahead and pull this one out. Lakers game coming up next. LeBron suiting up. New look Lakers is out there, so I'm happy to see. I'm interested to see that game. So once we finish the recording here, we'll tap into that. Eat me some motherfucking tacos and shit like that. So crack open one of those twisted teas and have a good motherfucking night. Before I wrap the podcast up, though, I do want to get into the Ohio chemical disaster that's being kept quiet. You know, if you're paying attention to the news right now, not even just social media, I would say, you're seeing a lot of UFO shit. You're seeing a lot of UFO was shot down. People, now we're doing research. You're seeing a lot of that shit. And I'm not going to sit here and say I don't believe in, you know what I'm saying, aliens or nothing like that. I told you, like, you got to be an arrogant motherfucker to think we the only motherfuckers out here. You got to be arrogant as a motherfucker. But I also was the same guy that came on here, nigga, months ago and told you how the government was going to have to release all their classified documents about what they know about aliens, Area 51, all that shit. Like, I broke that news on the pod type shit. I did the shit, nigga, before Joe Rogan. That's how early I was on this shit. I literally did that shit a week before Joe Rogan did, bro. And I was so fucking happy, bro. Like, that was one of my proudest moments of doing podcasts, bro. Like, I never even told nobody this shit. Like, this is my first time even saying this shit, like, verbally. I was so proud as a podcaster, bro, to talk about that Area 51 and the government releasing their documents on aliens and everything they know about that shit. I was so happy I said that shit, nigga, a week before fucking Joe Rogan did, my nigga. I was so happy about that shit. But like I was saying, with this whole Ohio chemical disaster shit, this shit's kind of crazy because it's a lot of fake news. I won't say fake news, but a lot of bullshit news about the UFOs, and nobody's talking about what the fuck happened in Ohio. Like right now in Ohio, bro, I want to play a clip for you guys that I have. Let me see. Let me play it right fast. It's a clip about talking about what the fuck is going on in Ohio, and I want to play that for you guys real fast. Let me see. Because this shit in Ohio is kind of crazy, bro. It's a bunch of animals and shit dying about this chemical being leaked into the water, all types of shit, bro. Let me see if I can find it. Damn, what the fuck is it at? Like. Damn, I thought I had this motherfucker. See, Twitter is so fucked. I had this shit synced up on my goddamn iPad. But anyway, basically what the fuck is going on, bro? Nigga, I believe it was a train or some shit that went into the goddamn the water or some shit. That shit leaking out, and they keeping all the goddamn residents of Ohio in the dark. Like, if you see the pictures and shit, bro, the pictures is fucking crazy. Okay, I found a video. Here we go. Let me play this for y'all.
This morning, growing concern about the toxic train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, as it's discovered even more chemicals than were originally reported were on that train. Nearly 5,000 residents evacuated in the immediate aftermath and during the controlled explosion that followed. The Norfolk Southern train was carrying hazardous materials, including vinyl chloride, a known carcinogen.
I've went in to try to air out. I'm afraid to remove anything just because I don't know cross-contamination, what chemicals are actually in there. You can smell it in the air. And even this morning when I took my kids to school.
At least 3,500 fish have died, and some residents say their cats and chickens have died. The EPA, monitoring air quality, declared it safe to return home, though the governor said yesterday he's leery of the drinking water.
I think that I would be drinking the bottled water, and I would be continuing to find out what the tests were showing as far as the air.
So, if you throw out that clip, you can see it's a lot of shit going on in Ohio, my nigga. Like, it's a lot of shit going on in Ohio, and this shit has not been broadcasted on every mainstream media. Like, you haven't heard Biden and nobody say anything about this. Now, if this episode comes out and there has been some news released that the White House has said something, then obviously, I'm behind on that news. But this isn't being talked about. Motherfuckers are talking about UFO sightings and shit. Fuck them damn UFO sightings. Until motherfucker me gateway to and a bunch of aliens come out the motherfucking sky like they did in Avengers, I ain't trying to hear that shit. What the fuck is going on in Ohio? Like, nigga, I don't know about y'all, but I'm watching The Last of Us. I'm watching The Last of Us on HBO. Great fucking show. I played the video game part 1. Great fucking video game. I want to play part 2. The game was very good. The show is very fucking good. Pedro Pascal is doing a great fucking job. He been working like a motherfucker ever since Narcos, bro. I feel like Narcos really put this nigga on. I don't remember him from nothing before that. He could have a long fucking career before that, but I feel like ever since Narcos, that nigga been working. But I'm watching Last of Us. And shit like this happened in Last of Us. We all know about The Walking Dead. We all know about every fucking zombie movie that ever been fucking made. We all know about the apocalypses. We all know about the parasite infections, you know what I'm saying? We all know about every fucking infection or you know what I'm saying, pandemic that didn't cause motherfuckers to turn to zombies type shit. And when you see motherfucking explosions, chemical disasters, animals just dropping dead, cats and shit and birds is chickens and shit's dying, like, what the fuck is really going on? You got motherfucking officials talking about, nigga, don't drink this water. Nigga, drink some bottled motherfucking water if you got to. Don't drink this shit. And to think that motherfuckers that's living in Ohio, bro, they don't know what the fuck going on. I'm out here and I'm scared for the motherfuckers, bro. If you guys see the pictures, bro, the aerial pictures, nigga, from down there from space type shit, that shit looks crazy, my nigga. That shit made me think, like, what the fuck would a nuke look like? If that's what that shit looks like, what the fuck would a nuke look like? Rest in peace, my cousin Nuke, nigga. Goddamn, I love you, nigga. But what the fuck would a nuke really look like, man? So it's crazy that this story is being hushed the way it is. Score update: the Philadelphia 76ers has won 118-112. But it is crazy that this is being kept quiet the way it is, bro. You're seeing a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, UFOs being shot down in Alaska and Paris. Like, my mama was showing me all that shit during the Super Bowl. I'm like, Mom, I don't care about that bullshit. I don't care about that shit. Now, all of a sudden, niggas is able to shoot down UFOs. I remember all the videos growing up, and everybody saw a UFO. Anytime they try to get close to that motherfucker took off in light speed. Now, all of a sudden, we got the type of gunman. You know what I'm saying? We got Hawkeye in that motherfucker. He's shooting down UFOs and shit. I'm not saying it's not true, but I am saying it is kind of ironic that those are the news headlines that's being flooded on every fucking timeline instead of talking about the real shit, the shit that we can all clearly see, the one that's presenting dead bodies, dead animals and shit. We're not talking about what's going on in Ohio. We talk about Cincinnati Bengals all mother me here, and we ain't talking about Ohio now. Deshaun Watson was a mother me. He was the topic of the whole mother me 2022. But we ain't talking about shit in Ohio right now. Okay. That nigga LeBron James just became the greatest scorer of all time. He ain't from Akron no more. I mean, damn. Okay, I see how we doing it. I see how the fuck we giving it up now. I fucking see. But it is crazy to see that that's those pictures, bro. Those pictures was truly, man, that shit is alarming. And to think that the you heard the video, you know what I'm saying? To think that people out there still don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I can only imagine walking outside, my nigga, and seeing a bunch of dead fish, a bunch of dead chickens. My fucking cat and shit dead. Like, I can only imagine what that shit is like, bro. Like, that shit makes me scared to know what the fuck is truly going on. This ain't no regular bomb, and this is chemicals. This is chemicals, my nigga. And I think I seen to where, like, I hate to, I don't want to be wrong and misquote the shit, but it was something like the water, that shit spanned over like 15 states. You know what I'm saying? Like that water distribution, that shit supplies over 15 states to where the crash happened. You know, I ain't trying to be a Kyrie Irving ass nigga and be conspiracy theorist, but that shit make you think, bro. It truly make you think. And then that plus the amplification of the flooding of UFO reports, come on, man. That shit make you think, bro. It truly makes you motherfucking think. But I'm gonna leave it at that until more information comes out. I had to get up and put my fucking charger up on the fucking laptop and shit for this shit went dead and lost this whole fucking episode. I would have been tight. So I didn't even get to hear the whole video, but it's a lot of crazy shit going on, you know, in Ohio right now. I want to send my prayers and condolences to everyone, you know, in Ohio, who's been impacted by this. It's crazy. This is some crazy shit. Hopefully, as a nation, we can get more answers and get, you know what I'm saying, more information about what the fuck is going on to our fellow citizens. And also just to, you know, to know what the fuck is going on, because this is chemicals, bro. This ain't no motherfucking me people. This is chemicals. It's chemicals in the water supply. This is chemicals in the water supply, bro. Like, if that's one thing that motherfuckers want to know how you can easily take motherfuckers out, it's fucking up the water supply. If the water supply gets fucked up in this country, it's gonna be World War Z, The Last of Us, The Walking Dead. Like, that shit can, like, that's how that shit like that starts, my nigga. The water supply, the food, like all that shit. That shit get damaged. That shit can consume millions at a time. So when more information comes out, I'll definitely keep you guys up to date and keep you guys posted. But with that being said, I believe that's all we motherfucking got. Let me just double back to the docket. We got the Super Bowl weekend recap. Once again, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs becoming Super Bowl champions. I knew you could do it. And to think this will be a rebuild year for them niggas, but that's kind of crazy, bro. Pat Mahomes on that. To think a nigga got $500 million, you know what I'm saying, of money, and that's a team-friendly deal. To think of that is fucking crazy. So shout out to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Yeah, once again, round of applause for the niggas who want some money. Fuck that. And also, man, shout out to Patrick Mahomes Sr. You know what I'm saying? Great motherfucking blueprint to raising your kids. And just gotta be a great feeling to know your son is the greatest quarterback of all time. I seen a video of him, Patrick Mahomes, sharing the moment after the game. You know what I'm saying? He telling him that he's different. He the best he ever seen. You know what I'm saying? They hugging, you know what I'm saying? Slapping fathers and shit like that. So it's beautiful to see, man. So once again, congrats. And shout out to Patrick Mahomes Sr., man. True motherfucking national treasure. We talked about how the dating pool is pissed. We talked about black women being hypocrites, them getting mullets and shit. Pity. Fucking pity. We talked about it's all cheating the same. You know what I'm saying? White man in Wisconsin. Yeah, I ain't had to say white man, did I? Y'all probably didn't even know a nigga was white until I just said that. Man, you probably knew that nigga was white, man. Ain't no nigga walking into no room with two pussies and ain't trying to fuck at least one. That nigga Denzel said, I'm leaving with something. We talked about us all cheating the same. We talked about the Ohio chemical disaster. We talked about me finding motivation in ugly women. Yeah, man, I think that's all we motherfucking got, man. It's a great episode. Great motherfucking episode. I want to go ahead and wrap this shit up and tap into this Laker game right now. Quick score update. We up by 8. It's 8-0 early in the first quarter. LeBron back, D-Lo, Malik Beasley, Anthony Davis. Who was that nigga? What the fuck? Oh, Vanderbilt. We got Vanderbilt starting. Okay. Interesting. Very motherfucking me interesting. But that's it, man. We forget the fuck up out of here, man. I want to shout to everybody around the motherfucking world that's tapped in, joined the conversation. I truly appreciate all loving motherfucking me support. News will be coming very motherfucking me soon about the panel that I will be on the podcast panel that will be coming out very soon. I did approve a date. I think it's like 2-3 weeks out. I don't know. I gotta look at the date again, but as that gets closer and as I get more information about that, I'll definitely let you guys know so we can all tap in and let them people know how we represent, man, and turn that fucking panel up. You guys can see me in a different light, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably be nervous and shit like that. Trying to keep it a little bit more professional, a bit more classier. You guys can just see me in a different light, you know what I'm saying? See how I'll give it up, you know what I'm saying? My day-to-day type shit. But as that gets closer and more information comes out about that, I'll definitely keep you guys up to date. But once again, I shout to everybody around the world that's tapped in joining the conversation. I truly appreciate all love and support. But people watching on YouTube at OGHatchTV, go ahead and ring that bell, subscribe, drop a like right now. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe to the motherfucking YouTube channel at OGHatchTV. For the people around the world that's tapped in globally, you know what I'm saying? I tapped in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Audio, Mac, etc., etc. I truly appreciate you guys as well. Shout out to all my first time listeners and my last time listeners. And of course, shout out to all my day ones. Let's keep this empire brick by motherfucking me brick. With that being said, DJ, drop my motherfucking beat, dog. With that being said, man, you know I give it up on this side. It's all love these ways. Never let them sidetrack you with the bullshit. Always keep the main thing the main thing. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay sane, and holla at y'all this episode, man. We out this motherfucker. Peace. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I want to change the theme music of this podcast, but I really don't, cause I feel like that shit's so original. That shit so motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? It's so day one type shit that I can't really remove it. But I think as the podcast grows and start to make these tweaks, you know what I'm saying? I think that might be something that gets remixed at least type shit. You know what I'm saying? But more updates will be coming very soon to the podcast and to show you guys know and love. And will be upgrades, but still will be getting better and motherfucking be better so we can grow this platform to the masses, and you guys can be happy and proud of your boy. So that will be something that comes in the near monthly future. But until then, holla at y'all, man. I'm out this motherfucker. I can't believe that nigga walked into a room with two wet, gushing, coming, creamy pussies and said, nah, where's the 12 gauge? White people, I tell you. White people. Hi, chat episode, man. I'm out this motherfucker.
Welcome to Raw is
OG. Hatch, man, you know the fuck that is, man. Go play on me, man.